do the knee shield hip clamp. Andrew? Okay, you're wearing a black key. Who else likes to do the knee shield hip clamp? Okay, Shay likes to set that up into some sort of weird lockdown situation. So what happens, how do we get to knee shields? Typically what happens is that the second that you kind of get one leg through, you have the hip clamp. One of the most important parts about the knee shield hip clamp is this step right here. In order for him to apply maximum pressure with this knee, the whole concept is pushing this knee ahead of this knee so that this bottom leg is pulling my leg in and this top one is driving into my knee. He's using the step so that his right leg has to pull back. So step here, and now bring your toes back. So now you can drive, rotate your hips, not yet. Yes, like that. Okay? It's a lot of pressure right in here, and a lot of pressure, and I need to get around that. Okay? It's tough to get around that because it's tough to remove. Okay? So there's two things I'm going to do. Okay? Oftentimes the left leg comes up, I'll do it from different angles, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the left knee down, and I'm going to rotate around and get here. Two things are going to happen. This arm is either going to be there, or it's going to be there. If it's here, I immediately get the Kimura. Okay. If my arm comes through here, I immediately grab the knee and frame that arm and start scooting my hip back. Okay, so we're going to first work on the one where your arm comes in, because oftentimes they're not ready. So we're going to do two variations. Okay. So as he's still trying to kind of keep me in a half guard, okay, I'm blocking here and I'm scooting my hip back, so that my left knee can frame his hip line here. And then I look and see the way his feet are crossed. Because if they're not crossed, it's going to be easy for me to get my leg out. All I'm going to do is with my left shin, I'm going to drive it forward. I'm going to pull this knee here, push it, and I step out. From here, I can pull and mount. I can scoot back, have a nice side control here, mount, and continue to progress. Okay? So head towards the gentleman in the formerly white gi there by the name of Aaron. Aaron's gi used to be white, but he's been training a lot and leaving that thing to dry in the car. So I used to do that when I started jiu-jitsu. Just like, okay, yes, yes, okay. So the problem here, this is a position that you have to understand. It's not a position where you hold. It's a position where you block him, and then you have to figure out, you're going to go for underhooks, or is your left hand going to get control of my right hand? Okay? So you have to kind of understand that if I'm here, if you control this and I strip it right here, that's a hole for the underhook. Okay? So this right here, it's a temporary type of position, because the person on top eventually will get around. You know, if they drive it, because if I want to bring my knees together, he keeps it up. But yeah, see how it begins to slip. Okay? So for now, what I'm going to do is basically with that foot, I'm going to put on the ball of my foot. Okay? Because your knee can rotate. If you're on your heel, my knee bends. When you're here, you can begin to actually move. So I'm going to move down and this way here. She's on, let's say, didn't get to the Kimura stage. Here, okay? And I grab that knee right here. What I need to do is insert my left knee across the hip line. Here, make sure you don't get back. He's going to still keep pinching here. And my left knee across. You see where my shin is on the bottom leg? Look at the way his feet are crossed. If it's top over bottom, I'm going to pull that leg and uncross it, pull it out, kick it forward, and now I'm here. From here, I can pull him down. I can step over mount. I prefer to go north-south and get away from his legs. Okay? So all you're really going to do, basically, is this. Knee shield, you're going to step on your toes, and you're going to go like this. Okay? But you got to step on the ball of your foot so that you can rotate your knee so the knee comes down. Because if my foot is like this, I'm not rotating. It's just coming down like this. So, all right, so one last time.
Professor.
Yes.
When you come around and land, what's kind of the weight distribution between hip and the pressure on his upper body?
What happens, it's almost like I want to get around my knee, his knee. Okay? You could also be here, and I could also be moving it here. So it's like go here.
And once you're there, as you settle into the comments.
Yeah, I want to settle in. I don't care his arm, where scooting my hips back, sliding that knee and pulling this.
Is the bulk of your weight always resting on his chest?
The bulk of my weight needs to be applying pressure to him so he feels like he's very uncomfortable. Sometimes, you know, in jiu-jitsu, you see how it's done, and then you do it, but you also have to feel it. So I'm here. Yes, yes. And now think of pulling this back and driving these forward. Yes. But arch away a little bit. Yes. There, right there. That's a tough feeling because he's clamping on my thigh also. The more I push, he's pushing on the thigh. Okay? So here, let's say he's kind of figuring out what he wants to do. Now all I want to do is this. You feel that? Yep. Okay. My right hand grabs that knee because I block right here and I need to scoot back. And then my left knee can go right up that hip line right here. I'm not in any danger of anything. But what happens is that I'm scooping here and I'm driving my shin into his thigh. I see his left leg is crossed over his right, top over bottom. That means if I pull right here, I uncross it and then I kick it because I'm framing right here. So my foot's in here. I need to get this knee past. Okay? I do not want to be in like this because that's a deeper half root, but it's fine. I can grab here, lock it, and start scooting my hip back. Hip, 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 and slide that to this in. This shin has to be applying pressure to his bottom leg. It makes it very uncomfortable. Because here, he's live, but nothing's going to stop him. Okay, if I start framing here and pulling right there and unlock it. Take it out, and I kind of kick it forward. From here, you could mount. The problem is that this hand of his is going to be his underhook. So if I mount and he lets me mount, he'll get an underhook and potentially exploit. So I would much rather from here go here and go to north-south because I'm furthest away from the legs. And a lot of guys are fairly good at recovering though, okay? So we're gonna do that, and you're gonna just basically do this. You're on your right knee, hip clamp, but give him a good hip clamp, because if it's weak, you just push it across and just go forward, okay? You're gonna go toes, here, and sit, and then the shin comes. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good angle, this. Yeah, go with that.